Terra Blanca Winery in Walla Walla, Washington. Chef Magana from Picasa 717 in Prosser, Washington made a fantastic barbecue. I asked a few wine bloggers, there were 60 gathered in total for dinner, out of 300 who had been at the Wine Bloggers Conference in Walla Walla for 3 days of non-stop everything that had just happened before. I asked a few hand-selected folks, what was your favorite nugget from the Wine Bloggers Conference? And this is what they had to say. It's on. Okay. So this is John, and we were at the Wine Bloggers 2010 conference in Walla Walla for 2 days. Felt like 2 years, but it was 2 days. Actually 3 days, right?
3 days, and we're in Red Mountain.
See what happens. Now we're at Red Mountain AVA, finishing up a wonderful drunken dinner fest that had course after course after course. Ostrich, wild deer,
Wild boar.
Wild boar. I used to speak English for a living, but you know, whatever. Wild boar, all that. Cheers.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Okay, so what I wanted to just ask you is, what's the one nugget, the biggest nugget that you're going home from the Wine Bloggers Conference with?
It's fascinating that the professional wineries in the world see the blogosphere as a future. It is. I mean, they rolled out the red carpet for this event.
Yeah, the wineries that were there really went out of their way in multiple ways to make it such a rich experience, not just in tasting wine, but in really getting to experience different ideas and concepts.
And it's because the power of the bloggers to connect with the market. It's the 70 million folks that are the next generation wine consumers.
Yeah, and 300 wine bloggers gathered in one room. Pretty incredible. So cheers. Thanks, John.
Cheers. Thanks.
This is Lisa, and her blog is called Bricks Chicks.
It's BRIXCHICKS.com.
Okay. And where do you live?
I live in Oakland, California.
Oakland, California. So, the question is, what nugget is living with you the most right now from your 3 days at the 2010 Wine Bloggers Conference?
Well, besides the fact that I found out I was a California wine snob and I'm completely converted, Walla Walla brings passion with terroir, and it ends up being the most delicious flavor.
I did a lot of
Is that awesome?
so it's kind of cool.
Hey, give that back!
Ed and I had breakfast at the Wine Bloggers Conference a couple days ago, and I think it is really cool. And what's your blog?
It's Wine Beer Washington. We talk about Washington beer and wine.
What's it called?
Wine Beer Washington.
Wine Beer Washington.
We try to focus on the beer and winery wines of this state.
Awesome. Great. So, what was your number one, awesomest, most favoritist nugget that you're going to go home with from the Wine Bloggers Conference?
There's so much, but for me it's like, what I did not know is that estate wines are a vanishing species. I was very intrigued by that. Talks. I believe in growing and being part of the community, so that's all part of being around that board, being in control of what you're doing across the board, both in the community and your own business.
So what that's saying is that a lot of wineries today are getting grapes from outside of their properties, and they're not just from grapes that are grown at the estate and where the wines have been made from the estate.
Correct.
So there's a disconnect going on or not necessarily a disconnect. There's just not that sense that used to be present in more wineries in the past that a lot of people appreciate.
And the European sense of controlling the wine and getting the ultimate value, beauty out of that grapes.
Great. Thanks, Ed.
Thank you.
So this is Chris. He's from Washington State, and I think he lives somewhere in the middle of the state.
Yeah, about 20 miles that way.
Chris and Barb live about 20 miles that way.
Hey, Barb, you're not in here. Should I switch over to you? There.
Oh, there's Barb. Chris and Barb.
Barb teaches school about 20 miles that way.
So, and what's the name of your blog?
YakYakWine.com.
YakYakWine.com.
Yakking about Yakima Valley. We're on Red Mountain. It is part of Yakima Valley, even though they won't admit it sometimes. but the Yakima River.
Can the winemaker edit this?
What's that?
Can the winemaker?
Winemaker edit. We have a winemaker filming. We need a winemaker edit.
Okay. We are proud to be part of the Yakima Valley.
Thank you.
That was Kelly Hightower with Hightower Wines.
Yes.
One of the fine winemaker families on Red Mountain.
Excellent.
They make a fabulous Syrah, a fabulous Bordeaux blend. One of the things that's really special about Hightower is Murray. Murray was a golden retriever, a dog that was the heart and soul of their winery, and still is. Even though the original Murray has passed away, he's been replaced by a younger dog named Riley that some people mistake for Murray. In fact, most people mistake Riley for Murray because people that go into the winery remember Murray, love Murray, love Tim and Kelly, and love their wines.
Because Washington people are all about the wine dogs.
That's right.
So I have one question for each of you guys. Number one favorite nugget takeaway from the festival that you're leaving with? First thing that pops into your head.
Terroir.
What is it?
Terroir and what it means and how it affects the grapes. I finally think I get it.
Excellent.
My number one thing is Robert Smasny, winemaker, spectacular winemaker I hadn't met yet, who makes 24 different, he's a winemaker for 24 different Washington wineries in my area. I need to know Robert better. I need to taste more of Robert's wines.
Great. Thanks, guys. This is Mike from Caveman Wines, a totally awesome blog. And he was an inspiration to me during the adventure of the Wine Bloggers Conference, watching him do multiple things which he knew nothing about, my paying attention to watching him do what he did professionally. And so anyway, thank you for that. Sure. And the question of the day is, what is your favorite nugget or takeaway from the conference this year?
I'd have to say that I learned a lot in the video right now. I actually wrote a blog post a month or so ago that I think this year will be like your video. Like last year was...
This year coming up.
Yeah. 2010, 2011, it's going to be huge. Video. I think you're going to start seeing a lot more video on blogs.
And my favorite has by far and away been the 300 amazing, wonderful, fascinating, passionate, educated, knowledgeable, hedonistic, wine, food, loving people. And all the people that I got to meet, I'm really, really grateful. And so thanks to you guys and everybody else who was there. And cheerio. Cheers. Thanks.